What if the obstacles in your life weren't barriers, but opportunities? Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, believed that every hardship, every difficulty, and every setback is not something to avoid, but something to embrace. He wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This one mindset shift can change everything. Instead of seeing problems as something that stops you, you can see them as the path forward. Life will always throw challenges at you. Lost opportunities, failures, setbacks, difficult people. But the question is, how do you respond? In this video, we'll explore how you can adopt the Stoic principle of the obstacle is the way, turning difficulties into strengths and setbacks into stepping stones. By the end of this lesson, you will have the tools to face any challenge with resilience and wisdom. Why do we see obstacles as problems? Most people react negatively when they face an obstacle. They either complain, "Why is this happening to me?" Give up, "This is too hard." Blame others. But the Stoics saw things differently. They understood that challenges are not barriers, but necessary tests of character. Marcus Aurelius believed that every difficulty is an opportunity in disguise. It forces us to grow, adapt, and become stronger. Think about it. The people we admire the most, great leaders, innovators, and thinkers, didn't succeed because life was easy. They succeeded because they faced enormous obstacles and used them as fuel for success. Every struggle they encountered became a stepping stone toward their greatest achievements. A powerful example is Abraham Lincoln. He failed in business, lost multiple elections, and suffered personal tragedies. Yet, he never let those obstacles define him. Instead, he used them to build resilience, improve his leadership, and ultimately become one of the greatest presidents in history. His obstacles became the way. So instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" the Stoics ask, "How can I use this?" This simple mindset shift changes everything. The Stoic mindset. The obstacle is the way. Marcus Aurelius taught that every challenge contains an opportunity. His philosophy can be broken down into 3 simple steps. 1. Perception. See the obstacle differently. What happens to you is not as important as how you see it. A traffic jam can be a reason to get frustrated, or an opportunity to listen to an audiobook. A failure can be the end of your journey, or the beginning of a better plan. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed." It's all about perspective. If you decide that something is bad, it will feel bad. But if you decide to see it as a challenge, an opportunity, or even a blessing in disguise, it loses its power over you. Imagine a soldier in battle. If he sees every challenge as unfair, he will hesitate and fail. But if he embraces the difficulty, adapts to the terrain, and finds a new strategy, he becomes stronger. This is the power of perception. 2. Action. Use the obstacle to your advantage. Once you change your perception, the next step is to take action. Instead of fearing problems, use them as stepping stones. Lost your job? Maybe it's time to build a better career. Failed a project? Now you know what to improve. Turn every difficulty into an advantage. History is full of people who turned failures into victories. Walt Disney was fired from his first job for lack of imagination. J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. They didn't let rejection stop them. They used it as motivation. 3. Willpower. Accept what you can't change. Some obstacles can't be removed, but that doesn't mean they have to stop you. A river doesn't stop when it meets a rock. It flows around it. When you face an immovable challenge, adapt, adjust, and keep going. The Stoics believed that true power comes from accepting reality while continuing to move forward. Even if the path changes, the goal remains the same. Real-life examples of turning obstacles into strength. Let's look at some real-life examples of people who used this philosophy to turn setbacks into success. Thomas Edison. Learning from failure. Edison failed over 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His failures weren't obstacles, they were lessons. Nelson Mandela. Finding strength in adversity. Mandela spent 27 years in prison, but instead of becoming bitter, he used that time to prepare for leadership. He turned suffering into wisdom, and later became a symbol of peace and resilience. Oh, Oprah Winfrey, turning rejection into success. Oprah was fired from her first TV job, told she wasn't fit for television. Instead of giving up, she used that rejection as motivation, proving that the greatest obstacles are often our greatest opportunities. The common theme: they didn't let obstacles stop them, they used them to grow. How to apply the obstacle is the way in your life you frame your problems. When you face a challenge, ask yourself, how can I use this? Every setback has a lesson. Find it. Take immediate action instead of waiting for the perfect moment. Act. Even small steps forward are better than standing still. Adapt to what you can change. Not every obstacle can be removed, but you can always adjust, shift direction, or find another way forward. Practice resilience daily. Make adversity a habit. Choose to see problems as opportunities, and over time, your mindset will shift permanently. As Marcus Aurelius said, what stands in the way becomes the way. The more you embrace obstacles, the stronger you become. The power of embracing obstacles. If you can learn to see obstacles as opportunities, you will never be stuck. You will never feel defeated. You will always find a way to turn setbacks into strength. What obstacles are you facing right now? How can you turn them into an advantage? Let me know in the comments.